It's been a cold and blustery day in our nation's capital, but we are ready for football at Northwest Stadium just outside Washington, D.C. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys ready to get after it here on this Christmas Day. Evan McPherson has this one teed up. And off we go in our nation's capital. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Calling officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Prescott from the gun. He's got a man complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the stars right out of them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line. Again, it's Davis. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Prescott from the gun on third. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Brings up second and a yard at the 36-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Third down and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cowboys offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. He had the touchdown grab on their opening drive, adding to his impressive season total as you check out the NFL leaders in touchdown receptions. They begin with a run by Davis. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Prescott finds Johnston. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Prescott to throw it. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jet sweep. This is Johnston. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. The Washington offense set to take over. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That one taken in by T. Higgins. T. Higgins, touchdown, Washington. T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track sneakers? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I think coming to this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
At the 30-yard line.
And here's Davis to run again on second. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize.
The first down carry for Davis. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Prescott down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Here's Prescott. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
17 yards.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
First down.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he'll get it inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go again with Davis. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Well, he's picking up where he left off last week, a tackle for loss there, and remember coming off the end a week ago, 4 of them.
And I like how you said picking up, because that means he's probably using his hands really well. I know people don't think about it a whole lot. He's got to use those to control the people trying to block him, shed them, and get to the ball carrier in the offensive backfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 37 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Commanders 7.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and T. Higgins ready for this next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and a yard.
2nd and 1.
Love. And pass complete. Here's Bunte with it.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Washington first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sam Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 7. brings up 2nd and 3.
Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Love now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they're holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's
Here's Prescott. Olave over the middle. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 75 yards.
Here's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
Throwing. Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jordan Love, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's tough when they're defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
12 yards.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Cowboys.
Now Dak on the option left. Oh, good move. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Up the middle to Davis. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And here's Davis to run again on second. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now.
Jack Fox in punt formation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for him. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now here's Davis to run again on second. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Good for a Cowboys first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Davis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Complete to Olave on the out route. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Prescott.
And 6.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Davis. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And here's Davis to run again on second. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And to find the open man, that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now under pressure now, he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. Throwing Prescott. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll just get rid of it.
Brings up third and goal.
Prescott on third and goal. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Love looking to throw it. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. Now he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a big
Here's Love.
Brings up second and 7.
Is this complete to Buto? Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you, and welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The snow is continuing to trickle down here as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 41.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw now. Here's Love. Open now. It's complete to Higgins. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him down.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now to Jordan Love. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Washington, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Commanders. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Davis will try to run for it. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. Came out, spring in his legs, a little pep in his step. He's taking off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, and some guys are happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
2nd and 9.
Play fake. Here's Love. This pass complete to Higgins. Here's 3rd down and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That is caught. He finds McMillan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
Second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Love, they go play action now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Inside give to Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Prescott to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Cowboy first down.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aleem McNeil picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They will find Davis. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The left tackle, Trent Williams, guilty there. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Prescott. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Prescott from the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover, so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Commanders 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And a 42-yard line here brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Jacobs going to try the middle. A little joke. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. From the left side, complete. That's Jacobs.
to Josh Jacobs. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Love now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Olave holds it in. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
They pitch it to Davis. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
It's Davis on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A.J. Epinesa rushing in there and hitting him for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. Here's 3rd and 7.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Prescott. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
First down. A pickup of 44 yards on the play. First down, Cowboys.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
In motion right is Johnston. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And this one too low. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here's Prescott. It's Johnston. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground, it's Taj Brooks. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 9 here. Prescott to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away.
A 39-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Now Washington down by 9. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Love. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Love. Gets this to Fant.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Gain on the play. And a Commander's 1st down.
1st down, here's Mitchell. Gets around him. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Love. This is Fant on the short completion. Here's 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Washington 1st down.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Love looking to throw it. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Love looking to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of 17 yards. That's it.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cowboys, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they lose an important one as they fall to 9-7 with one game remaining. And they will look to turn it around next time out. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.